Newcastle United were back in the day one of those English sides who used to always challenge for top 4, but in recent years they have not been able to do so as they are now more of a mid-table and a bottom-up side. So here we are to fix and rebuild Newcastle United and take them back to top of English football as well as European football. So if you guys do like these type of rebuild videos, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and let's get started with the Newcastle rebuild. Before we get started with the rebuild, the rules of these type of rebuild or fixing challenges are quite simple. It is that we have to sim all the games possible and we are only allowed to play one game, that is a Champions League final whenever we reach that. So there you go, these are the rules of the fixing videos. Season 1 with Newcastle begins here and the squad's looking decent. I mean, we have got the players like Callum Wilson up front, Miguel Almiron is there as well, then Saint Maxim who's going to be the star man in this fixing video. We have got Murphy on the right hand side, Hayden and Shelby in that midfielder, Shells and Shaw in for the centre back partnership, and then we have got Jamal Lewis who's got decent potential, obviously the former Norwich player. Then we've got Martin Dubravka in goal, a pretty high rated keeper which helps during simulation. And we have also got Joe Willock, a very good talent who's obviously on loan. So this is how the squad looks. Obviously I'll be looking to improve maybe the centre back, the right hand side for the right back as well as the right midfield. And let's take a look at what is the transfer budget we're looking at here at season 1. So it's about 33 million. I mean, I reckon we should be able to do good business with this transfer budget. Josko Gvardiol is our first signing from Dinamo Zagreb for about 7 million. He's a left-footed player. He's got very good stats. He's just 73 rated, but he has room to grow. So yeah, there we go. We have signed a player for the future in Josko Gvardiol from Dinamo Zagreb. After completing the signing of Joseph Gvardiol, we have now signed Max Aarons from Norwich City for about 17 million euros, and he's got good stats all around. Obviously he's got good potential as well, and he's got the acceleration what is needed for a fullback. And I don't know why his value is just 8 million, but that does not matter. We have completed one more signing in Max Aarons from Norwich City. Third signing is done in Adama Traore from Wolves for about 23 million euros. We have signed this Spaniard. He's got good stats, the main one being that acceleration and sprint speed, and now we have improved both the right midfield and the right back spot. First transfer window ends here and the signings we have made are very good, so we'll now sim till January and we'll see where the team stands in the Premier League. Midway through the league season, we stand 14th as it stands, 24 points, and we have lost 11 games. That is quite a huge number, and we are quite far off from a top half finish. It will require surely a better half, second half of the season. But surprisingly we have made a semi-final in the Carabao Cup because we got a simpler draw like Charlton Athletic and Luton Town, so we did not get the big teams, and that's why we are here, and reckon we should be getting to the final as well because we've got Norwich City where we're likely to face Liverpool if we obviously do beat them. So we have a chance of winning a trophy here in season 1 itself, and obviously the FA Cup is just about to start, so things are going pretty well for us in the cup competition, not so in the league. But let's see what signings can we make here with about 7 million as our transfer budget in the January transfer window. We have completed the signing of Ryan Gravenberch from Ajax for about 30 million euros, and for this we had to sell Joe Linton for about 13 to 14 million, and there we go, we have completed the one and only signing in Ryan Gravenberch in this January transfer window. So this is how the squad looks for till the end of season 1. Obviously we only made one signing in Ryan Gravenberch from Ajax, and we have got a cup final versus Liverpool at Wembley. So let's see, can we grab our first trophy of this fixing video. Final versus Liverpool. I'm not expecting to win this, but let's see, can we just snatch up a win versus Liverpool? Yes, we can. A 3-2 victory with Saint Maximin scoring a brace, and with that we have secured the first trophy of this video by beating Liverpool in a cup final at Wembley. We finished 12th in the Premier League with 50 points. I mean, just 2 places up where we were in January, and it was, I think so, Liverpool who did win the league. Obviously, in the FA Cup, I think so, we got knocked out by Manchester United in round 4. Let's just get the confirmation. No, it was round 5, I think so. Yeah, it was round 5. We got knocked out to Man United, and obviously we won the Carabao Cup by beating Liverpool dramatically 3-2 at Wembley. And that's about it now. Thanks to it's been a good season for us stats wise. Let's take a quick look at who was the top scorer for us in the whole season. So it was Callum Wilson with 25 goals. I mean, he's had a very good season for us. 13 goals in the Premier League, 9 goals in the Carabao Cup. That tells you why we won it. Saint Maximin having a good second half of the season. Yeah, there we go. These are the stats. Now let's move on to season 2. We have signed Romagnoli from PSG to kick off season 2 here with Newcastle. We had to sell a lot of players for this transfer to happen, and for about 50 million the Italian has signed for Newcastle. Second signing completed on deadline day in Manuel Locatelli for 47 million from Sassuolo. I sold Hayden for this for about 24 million to Sevilla, and therefore we have got a better player in Locatelli from Sassuolo for about 47 million. Last season we won the Carabao Cup, and therefore we are in the Europa League this season, which makes things very good for us, because if we win this competition, which is going to be tough, but if we do that, we can get Champions League directly without getting top 4 in the league. So let's sim till January and see where we stand in the league as well as the Europa League. These are definitely looking very good for us as we stand 7th in the Premier League, and if we can have a very good second half of the season, I'm sure we can make top 4, but that will require a luck as well. We need to play well, and in the Europa League we face Mönchengladbach in the round of 32, and we topped our group, which is a very good thing. So let's see, can we do some business in this window. So unfortunately we didn't have the funds to make any transfer happen, and therefore the squad remains the same as it started during the transfer window. Now we sim until the end of the season, and we will see if we can get top 4 until where we progress in the Europa League. Seems we didn't have a good second half of the season, and because of that we have finished 8th in the Premier League. I mean, look at the numbers of draw. We have 13 draw. That does not make any sense. Leicester finishing 7th. I mean, it means we don't get Europa League football also for next season, which is a very, very big trouble, because we need funds to make those good signings. In the FA Cup, I'm not sure in which round we got knocked out, but we need not bother about the cup competitions. In the Carabao Cup also, we didn't make it much further. Let's see, in the Europa League, did we win the trophy? So it is Bayern Munich and Sociedad who are in the final. It means we're not in the final, not in the semi-final either, and we got knocked away by Real Sociedad by away goals in the quarterfinals. That is a big trouble. I mean, next season we're not going to be there in any European competitions, which is going to be a big trouble. But let's take a quick look at the stats. The season has not been fair to us. That's the best way to put it out. Dubravka having 61 appearances, that's a bit mad. Callum Wilson coming up with 39 goals. I mean, he has 11 goals in the Europa League and 19 in the Premier League. He's been the star man for us since 2 seasons. And Saint Maximin having a decent season, and so does Gravenberch. Traore having a very good season. Miguel Almiron having 10 goals, 5 assists. So it's been a decent season for the player, but not as a team. So let's move on to season 3 and make massive improvements. Season 3 with Newcastle begins here, and last season was not good for us. I mean, obviously we didn't make any European competitions as well. Looking at the squad this season, I really want to improve that camp spot, a player who can give us something extra in that midfield. And the main thing is that the defense, someone next to Romagnoli will be very, very good. So with about 50 million, let's see what type of business we can do in this transfer window. We have completed the signing of Upamecano from Arsenal. The French centre-back signed here for us for about 70 million euros, and his valuation is 78, which is good, but he's going to be a very good player for us. Next to obviously Romagnoli, we also sold Lascelles to Hertha Berlin, I think so. So there we go. We have signed Upamecano from Newcastle from Arsenal. We have signed Dani Olmo from RB Leipzig for 58 million euros. I really thought this transfer would be not be happening because Leipzig may want a bit higher fee, but no, they wanted a cheaper fee. We have made it happen. He's got brilliant stats and a very talented player, and we have bought him to Newcastle United. Transfer window ends, we only made two solid signings, which can really help us to push for the top 4 in the league, and we are also in the Europa League. Surprisingly, I really didn't expect this. We had to go through the qualifying rounds, which we did obviously, and here we are in the group stage. It will help us. Maybe if we win this, we can get Champions League. But now let's sim till January and see where we stand in the league as well as the Europa League. So we are in the month of January, and surprisingly we are top of the table in the Premier League. I mean, only two signings were required for us, and also we are in the semi-final in the Carabao Cup. So let me just show you guys. There we go. We are top of the table in the month of January itself, and also we got knocked out by Fleetwood Town in the round 2 itself in the FA Cup, which is not a good thing. But also we made the round of 32 in the Europa League, and it is versus Zagreb, so that's not going to be the tough tie. And also we'll sim until the end of the season now, because we have not got much cash to work with, so there's no use we wait. So we'll sim until the end of the season and see, can we get top 4 or can we win the league title, and till where we reach in the Europa League. Do you look at that? We have won the Premier League title by a fine margin. I mean, Manchester City were nowhere near us. 99 points, 32 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, and 21 goals only conceded. That shows you why we signed Upamecano and Romagnoli, and things they made a massive difference. So did Dani Olmo. In the Carabao Cup, let's see, did we win it? No, it was City who won it, and we lost to Manchester City on penalties. That's a big bummer. But the Europa League, I think so we made it to the semi-final. From then on, I don't think so we made it. Yeah, it was Arsenal who won it, and we lost to Real Madrid, which is acceptable because they are a big side. They have very good players. And stats wise, let's see who was the top scorer for the team, and it was Callum Wilson and Saint-Maximin having a banger of a season with 27 goals and 11 assists. That's a bit mad, I would say. And also what I've noticed is in the Premier League, Callum Wilson was the top scorer. He did win the Golden Boot, and Gravenberch did win the most assist award, and Dubravka won the most clean sheets award, 20 clean sheets. That's a bit mad, I would say. But with that, season 3 has been very good for us, very kind for us, and we move on to season 4, and we'll try to win the Champions League in season 4. Well, we have started season 4 here by making a massive improvement in goal by bringing in Alisson from Liverpool for his exact same valuation. His contract was expiring in 12 months time, so I thought it's a perfect time to bring in a good goalkeeper, and therefore we have made Alisson our first signing for season 4. One more sign done by bringing in Chalik from Lille of the French club. Obviously, I think so we needed someone, a better right back, not a better right back for backup purposes. So we have bought the Turkish international to Newcastle for about just 45 million euros. So the transfer window is now completed. We only made 2 signings, which are 2 solid signings, and the Champions League group looks like something like this: Barcelona, Wolfsburg and CSK Moscow. So it's gonna be not a tough group, but let's see how we do there, and sim till January, and we'll see where we stand in the league as well as Champions League. 6th in the Premier League is where we stand halfway through in season 4. It's fine to say that it's not going well for us. Let's say in the Champions League, have we made it through the group in our first experience itself? Yes, we have, and we faced Dortmund and we finished 2nd in our group behind Barcelona, which is acceptable, I would say. And we are in the January transfer window, obviously, so let's see, can we make improvements with 25 to 26 million left in our bank. Well, we could not make more transfers in this season 4 in the January transfer window because of lack of funds, and now we move on to the Champions League. First leg at St. James's Park versus Dortmund. Let's see, can we get a strong result at the round of 16? Yes, we can. 2-1 with Saint Maximin and Traore scoring for us. Second leg at the Dortmund Stadium. Let's see, can we go to the quarterfinals? And yes, we can. Longstaff scoring for us, and it's 3-2 on aggregate, and we progress to the quarterfinals. So we got Lazio in the quarterfinals in the Champions League. A bit lucky draw, I would say. Let's see, versus Lazio away from home, can we snatch up a good result? And Lazio getting that 1-goal lead. I mean, now it's going to be very tough for us to win this match and go to the semi-finals. Second leg versus Lazio at St. James's Park. Let's see, can we grab a win? Yes, we can. Callum Wilson and Saint Maximin scoring for us, and with that we have made to the semi-final of the Champions League. In the semi-final we face Simeone's side, Atletico Madrid, and the first leg is at the Metropolitano, so it's going to be a very tough tie. But see, the team is good. Let's see, can we get a strong result versus Atletico Madrid in the first leg. It's a 1-1 draw with Dani Olmo scoring for us. We still have hope to make the Champions League final. There we go, we have reached the final. We simmed this game obviously, and there we go, 2-1, Olmo scoring, and with that we are now in a Champions League final. Having a good second half of the season, it seems we have finished third in the Premier League with 79 points, and in the cup competitions we didn't do well this season around, but Champions League what mattered, and we have reached the Champions League final versus Bayern Munich. We came through the hard way here by beating Atletico Madrid, Lazio, and obviously Dortmund in the round of 16. So let's get into the Champions League final versus Bayern Munich. This is a match, Champions League final versus Bayern Munich. We're going with the strongest team possible, but the problem is that we do not have Manuel Locatelli. He's picked too many yellow cards, and therefore he won't be there for this match, and therefore we are starting Longstaff, one of the Longstaff. I'm not sure which Longstaff, but I think so it's Sean Longstaff. So there we go, the big match versus Bayern Munich. Let's see, can we grab the Champions League trophy? Here goes Dani Olmo, wins the ball from Davis. Good defensive work rate from the Spaniard. Go on, Dani, go on, go on. Goes on the near post, and Dani Olmo scores in the opening 4 minutes in the Champions League final versus Bayern Munich. And what a goal by Dani Olmo, gives us the lead here. And I mean, I should give credit to Dani Olmo, because to win the ball was the best thing he did. Then obviously then to beat Manuel on the near post was even more better, I would say. And there's some chances here and there, one being this one. This was the only clear-cut chance they had throughout the whole game with Raul Jimenez, but Alisson came up with a very good save on the near post on the right hand side of his goal post. And then from a corners of they had a corner, we did win the ball, and Longstaff did drive the ball to the midfield, find Saint Maximin. Their defense was exploited, and I saw Dani Olmo's run. I squared it, and Dani Olmo obviously is going to score in front of an open net. And I mean, this tells you why we are here in one try only, because the squad we have built from the back to front is absolutely world class, and that's why we are in the Champions League final, leading 2-0 versus Bayern Munich, who I don't think should have got Lewandowski. They obviously replaced him with Raul Jimenez, but that does not matter. We don't care about that. We have taken a 2-goal lead versus Bayern here, and then Adama Traore doing what Dani Olmo did in the opening few minutes, found Callum Wilson with some neat dribbling, and scored the third goal of the game. In 25 minutes we were leading 3-0. I never thought I would say this in versus Bayern Munich, but that's happening. Callum Wilson, when I started this rebuild, guys, I'm being very honest, I thought in season 3 or season 4 we may need to look for a striker. That's how these type of small the small team rebuild are. But Callum Wilson has shown a season on season why he's why we have to keep him, and he scored the third goal obviously. Then it was Raul Jimenez Sane, but a good defending by Romagnoli there. And then once more it was Raul Jimenez finds Bernardo Silva, and good and brave goalkeeping most importantly by Alisson there. And in the second half here we once more found Callum Wilson, but this time there were players in front, so I had to go back for Jamal Lewis, for which I went for a cross for Saint Maximin. Let's see what happened. No, they got the ball away, but Gravenberch still had it. Went for the long shot, but blocked away by Christensen. So yeah, that was the story. And then here once more Saint Maximin on the run finds Callum Wilson. The brace the brace is secured for Callum Wilson as well. The pace that we have got on both the wings is so lethal that the Bayern defense is always exploited whenever we have the ball, and that really showed us that Saint Maximin's pace is absolutely very good. So there we go, Callum Wilson scores the fourth goal, and with that the game should be settled. And what a brilliant goal was. I mean, he just had to tap it in, but still. And then here it was Dani Olmo. I was trying to find free space for Sean Longstaff, which I did. Sean Longstaff goes for the long shot, and Sean Longstaff, what a game is this man had in the absence of Manuel Locatelli. He is really stepped up in place of, I mean, what should I say more about him? I mean, Saint Maximin has been good, but Sean Longstaff even more better. I really thought we would struggle without Locatelli, but Longstaff has not let that happen. What a goal! Manuel Neuer stood in one place and seeing the ball go in his own net, and Joshua Kimmich thrown down to ground by, oh my days, what a goal was that by Sean Longstaff. And I mean, we're humiliating Bayern at this point, I would say. And his third goal in the Champions League, so he's contributed a bit more in this campaign, I would say. Here they got themselves a consolation, I would say. Coman found Bernardo Silva, I think so it was. Yeah, it was Bernardo Silva, the former Manchester City player, scored, but it was just a consolation. I would not have cared less about this goal. And they were celebrating as if they have scored 5 and we have scored 1, but I mean, that's how it is. And with that, the rebuild is completed. We made Newcastle the champions of England in season 3 and champions of Europe in season 4. It's been a very good rebuild, I would say. The team we have built here has been absolutely very good, especially players like Locatelli and Dani Olmo, who have been here from season 2, I suppose. I'm not so sure. Yes, maybe. And Romagnoli also very good signing in season 2 itself. Martin Dubravka was also very good for us, but obviously we needed some high-rated keeper, so we sold him the season around. And there we go, the Champions League trophy with the black and white laces, which will be lifted by Romagnoli, I would say. And there we go, let's see the trophy celebration. Romagnoli lifts the Champions League trophy, and with that, Newcastle are champions of Europe. And I mean, this rebuild was very fun for me because last time around we did a rebuild with Everton. That team had decent players like Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, but this team only one star player in Saint Maximin, and we really did build this team. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and if you guys want to see more content, do let me know, and I'll see you guys for the next one.